Today, I'm going to be talking about relocating out of your country and moving to Ghana as a country. If you remember very well, I said I've been here for a number of years. So I want to talk about those good things that you would stand to, enjoy, those good things that you would stand to benefit if you really relocate to Ghana as an individual or as a couple. I'm talking about coming here to school, coming here for greener pastures, or just relocating here because you want to see life in a different location. If you really want to get to know about those good things you're going to enjoy relocating here to Ghana, then you need to sit down tight. Hi guys, you're welcome to another beautiful day with me. My name is Obinje O. If you just see me for the first time, I'm a relationship enthusiast and I create content on relationship, lifestyle, and of course I give you vlogs of how I see Ghana through my eyes. So if these are things that you'd love to hear and watch every now and then, do consider subscribing to my channel and do turn on your post notification. Of course, everybody wants to come to a place where they are going to be comfortable and be able to do the things that they would normally love to do. For you, choosing Ghana means that to an extent you might have done your research about the basic things that you could enjoy here. But doing your research is actually different from when you are on the ground here. So I'm not going to waste time and I'm going to talk about those 5 good things. Now, the first thing you would want to get when you relocate to a country is an accommodation. Yes, but you see, when it comes to accommodation here in Ghana, I can't, tell me that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm just going to do a separate video about, relocating to, Ghana and getting an accommodation. So when we move accommodation out of the way, we're going to be talking about electricity. We're going to be talking about electricity, and there's nothing as heartbreaking and heart-wrenching as having to move into a country and you're dealing with electricity problem every now and then. But you know what, that's not the case here in Ghana. Before I moved to Ghana here, I used to be hearing that electricity here in Ghana is 24/7, and because of where I was coming from, I found it very difficult to believe, because if you've grown up in where I grew up and where I come from, it's difficult to imagine light 24/7. It's very difficult to imagine light 24/7. So when I think of other countries, except of course countries in the Western world, I'm like, okay, they probably would be experiencing the same power shortage we always experience outside or back home, but that's not the case here. I've been here in Ghana for 5-6 about years, and to tell you the truth, the electricity here is, if I were to check it, it's 100%. That's how good the light is. So if you're coming here as a student, as a businessman, or whatever it is, be rest assured that light is not going to be an issue for you. You're not going to you would not have to run on generators back to back. Your businesses would not run on generators back to back. So you see, guys, as good as it is to have power supply 24/7, it's also easy and efficient when it comes to paying for our power supply. Now, most houses here have what we call the prepaid meter, and I'm sure we all know what a prepaid meter is. Most houses actually do run on a prepaid meter, and although we still have some people who run on the postpaid, when we go to pay for our light, it's not some kind of difficult task. It's so easy. And what is even easy is that you do not need to go far to pay for your light. It could be a stone throw from where you live. It could be just a walk in the park, and it's not some kind of difficult task. You just go and give them the card and tell them how many units or how much you will be purchasing. So this is how the card looks like. I don't know if you guys can actually see this. So this is the card, and we take it to the vendors where we tell them how much we want and we're giving. Now, like I said, I don't want to talk about the accommodation as per it being good or bad, but depending on the type of accommodation you get, you might be sharing meter with other tenants. But if you're lucky enough to be living in a self-compound, then you have your meter to yourself. But the good thing about all of this is that the light is 100% Good. The second thing that you would be enjoying if you were to come here as a student, as an individual, as a couple, is that you would be enjoying good health services. Yes, I mean, health cannot be separated from living. Health cannot be separated from lifestyle. So you would want to relocate to a country whereby your health is paramount on issues there. And I must tell you, when it comes to Ghana, that is something you get to enjoy very well. We have good hospitals here, and when I'm talking about good hospitals, we have the private hospitals, we have the government-owned hospitals, and unlike some hospitals that you might be used to, some government hospitals that you might be used to that go on strike every now and then, the hospitals here in Ghana, I can't remember a time that hospitals here, government owned hospitals here in Ghana, went on strike. I don't remember, and I don't think there's been a time that the staff of government hospitals actually went on strike. Excuse me, my neighbors outside seem to be celebrating, so if you get to hear any noise, that would be where the noise is coming from. So like I was saying, I don't remember a time when the government hospitals actually went on strike or any of that. And what is much beautiful is the fact that we have the National Health Insurance Scheme. Now, I know you might be wondering that as a foreigner, do you enjoy those privileges? Yes, and of course, if you're a couple with children, you would want to partake in those health insurance schemes, because every now and then you might be running to the hospital if you have children, and we know how expensive it would be to attend to private hospitals. So when you're coming here, you would have to go register yourself. As long as you have a valid international passport with your resident permit or anything to back you up as a legal citizen of your country who has relocated here, you would be entitled to a national health insurance scheme. And you all know the benefits of being a holder of a national insurance scheme card. So when it comes to health, be sure that you are going to be getting good health care, ranging from whatever services it is that you would want. Another thing that you would want to put into consideration if you're relocating here to Ghana, whether as an individual or as a couple, is education. Now, like I said in the introduction to this video, some people might be coming here because of education, but whichever group you fall into, coming here for education or coming here as a couple, a time would come whereby either you or your kids would want to go to school, and you wouldn't want to be sending your children back to where you're coming from or somewhere else. Usually it won't be, it's not something that you would want to, even think about. And that's where education here comes into play. Ghana has a lot of good schools. We are talking from the government schools, which we call the public schools, down to the private schools. Every category of, human life, excuse me, every category that you fall into, there is a school for your pocket. And I'm not just saying that these schools for the people who are less privileged will be bad. Even if you fall into the group of the low income, that school that you are sending your child to, if it's a private school, be rest assured that the educational standard is good. Now let's look at it from the government side. Where I come from, we don't really like to send our children to the government-owned schools, because we know the relationship with government workers and schooling or work or whatever it is. But let me make you understand something here. Government schools in Ghana here are wonderful. The educational system here in Ghana is good, so that there's no much difference whether you send your child to a government school or you send your child to a private school. What a child is getting in the private school, be rest assured that a child who is going to the government school is even getting it. That is, if he or she is not even getting much better than what that child is going. The government has made it so easy and affordable for. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the government schools are even free. They are free. The government has made it, accessible to everyone who sends his or her child to the government school there. So you do not have an excuse for your child not going to school, or your child not being able to, get better education or any of that. So trust me, you would enjoy the education here. And also, Ghana has a number of universities. It has private universities and it has government universities, which are relatively affordable for you to depend. Another thing that we're going to be talking about is, transportation. Now, I once watched a video where somebody wanted to know how means of transportation is or was in Africa, and they felt that we didn't have good roads or means of transportation in terms of cars. And when I watched it, I'm like, sometimes it's best you take a visit down to that country so that your questions are being settled. Now, in the case of Ghana, we have good means of transportation. If we're talking about, uh, um, um, we're talking about commercial vehicles here. We have taxis and we have trotros. The trotros are the buses. And the good thing about it is that when you take a taxi that is going on commercial route or all of that, the taxis are not, jam packed. You get to sit three at the back and one in front with the driver. There is nothing like overloading here. I know some people might be wondering, is that a good thing? It's a good thing, especially where you're coming from. These things are not observed, and then we have the buses where run from, locations to locations. We have buses that can take you from one community to another community. We have buses that could take you from one region to another region. And I'm not just talking about one bus or a few buses. I'm talking about good buses that are owned by the government, that are owned by individuals, that take people from one location to another. Now, if you move into Ghana here and you don't really want to patronize commercial vehicles taking you from one point to another, we have the services of Uber, we have the services of Bolt. Every one of us is aware of that. So let it not be that it's only in your country that these services do run. It also runs here in Ghana. Everything at the end of the day depends on your pocket. If you are buoyant enough to buy to have a vehicle of your own, then all the best. All you would need to do is sit down and think about the cost of fuel, which is my next good thing about relocating to Ghana. Now, I'm not going to talk about the price of fuel here in Ghana because, in a way, it's not such of a good thing. When we talk about fuel here in Ghana, there's something that where I'm coming from, then you could relate with me. There is no shortage of fuel here in Ghana. I don't know how they do it, but I'm not so abreast with all of those technicalities, but as far as I'm concerned, I have never witnessed fuel scarcity in Ghana here. I have never witnessed queues at the fueling station. I get maybe Ghanaians here would be, wondering what I'm talking about. But like I said, if you're coming from where I'm coming, then you would understand why I think this is actually a very good point. Now, you wouldn't want a situation whereby you wake up every day and then you hear that there's fuel scarcity. And you know what happens when there's fuel scarcity? It means there are going to be queues at the filling station. Whether you drive your personal car or you patronize commercial vehicles, you are going to be stuck at one point in time at fueling stations, and you know how dangerous that is. You know how frustrating it is to be at a queue for long that is not literally moving at a snail speed. So those are one of the things that you get to enjoy here when you come to Ghana. There is no shortage of fuel, whether you are a vehicle owner or you are patronizing commercial transportation. You're not going to experience that. But like I said, your health, as regards the fuel, as regards being in the queue for too long, which can lead to some kind of depression or high BP, is minimized. So another thing that you get to enjoy when you relocate to Ghana is the fact that you are entitled to a mobile money account. I want to believe that each and every one of us knows what a mobile money account is. Now, we have some people who come into Ghana here and are not fortunate enough to have a bank account. But the question is, if you don't have a bank account, where do you get to keep your money? Now, this is where the mobile money comes in. All you need to do is go with your residential permit or your international passport to the network of your choice where you would want to open a mobile money account, and go register yourself with a SIM card, and you have your mobile money account. Now, the mobile money account is very, very, very good and easy to use. You are able to, save money in this account. You are able to transfer money into this account, and you are able to, allow people pay money into your mobile money account. Isn't that beautiful? Also, even if you do have a bank account, it's not every time that you would want to, withdraw money, that you would be going to the ATM stand or into the bank premises to go withdraw money. The good thing about those mobile money account is that you do not need to go far. Just like when you're going to pay for your light bill, you do not need to go far. It's something that you could always get within your neighborhood. There are a lot of vendors around the neighborhood who, offer the services of either you paying money into an account or withdrawing money into your account, or even just saving money into your own account. So it's easy. Money is always at your disposal. It's easy to use. No, there's no hard or fast rule about using a a mobile money a mobile money account. It's self-explanatory. All you need to do is, get a pin or a password to your account so that your money is safe with you. So these are the things. Mobile money saves your money. It's easy to use and it's efficient. Every country has its good, has its bad, and has its ugly. But whatever the situation is, if you are thinking about relocating to Ghana, now is the time to. So I'm going to end this video here, and I hope that if you did love this video today, you would engage me in the comment section. And also don't forget to, like this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Obinje O. I'm a relationship enthusiast, and I create content on relationship, lifestyle, and vlogs. If you love what I talk about, if you like it, then subscribe to my channel down below, and don't forget to turn on your post notification, where I bring you lots and lots of beautiful content about relationships and Ghana through my eyes. So till I come your way again, it's